gonna go like this. And we're gonna get me on the thing. Let's see. It says we are live. Are we live? Come on, picture. There we go. We are live. We are live. It says we're live.
Good.
Yeah, let me glasses. Good morning, friends. It is the first day of summer today. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Drayden's World is our first person that I'm seeing and says hello.
Hello. We are going to try out Blick
Eric
Studio
says
brush markers.
hello from Indiana. Salud says hi. Hadley says hello. The
Hello.
Toppest Hat says hello. Hollis says good morning. We have a Bethany Primrose. Good morning.
Good morning.
Seima says early. Kev says made it to another live.
Did.
Steph Nerd is here and says morning. Hal and X Edit says hi. Shelby Lynn says good morning. URS says hello. Amelia says hello. Drake says hi. Flano says hello. Oh, Brandy B's here and says good morning. Mara the Weirdo says hello, Scott. Hi, Donna.
Hello.
Hi says hi. Shokin says hey. T says hello. Whiteout says hello. Arian says good morning. Wow, we are right on top of these markers, aren't we?
Yeah, I've got it kind of zoomed in.
Yeah, you do. Show us the labels so we know what we're looking at.
In these little...
Those are nice.
Yeah.
They're packed well. The colors are all over the place, but they're packed well.
Yeah.
Abner says, good morning. How's my favorite cheetah and red panda? Hi from Cookville. Me and my bearded dragon are watching the live today.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Scratch your little bearded dragon for me. Eleanor says, good morning. Haven't been to a live in a while. Vilko finished the national animals and got better at drawing animals.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my, there is a video on how to choose photo reference. It is in the Art Hacks playlist. That will show you how Scott finds his photo reference. Lots of our friends are saying good morning. It's a little blown out.
Yeah.
But you're really low. You're really focusing in on it. Let's see. Better.
Yeah, not much I could do about it.
Yeah, sorry guys. First time I've made it to a live in months. Well, welcome back.
Welcome.
Good evening from the Philippines. Darkhood says, my dream is coming true. Well, good for you. All the new characters are really cool. I'm so excited. I'm a small artist and your art always brightens my day.
Let me do this real quick.
What are we doing? Okay, we've been having some technical difficulties this morning. Yeah, what are you doing?
That, and that'll give us a little bit of space.
Oh, we needed a space.
Good. All right, so now you can see I am going to reorganize these because,
because there's a Scott for you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so tell us again the markers that you're using right now.
These are by Blick. And can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys can.
Yeah.
Okay. And
it's a package of 48 brush markers.
It is. Okay, so let's see here. We are going to go... since we got...
Scott, I have an English assignment that requires me to design characters and lore for a fictional band. Do you have any tips?
Oh, gosh. Start with the characters, the band members. Come up with their personalities, what their likes and dislikes are. I think that would be really, really fun. Sounds like a really fun challenge.
Assignment, yeah.
Yeah.
These markers that Scott's doing are from Blick.
I like to start with yellow.
And this will be, he's gonna, okay, we can't see that one.
Yeah.
No, it's just off the edge. Pull it down a little bit towards us. There you go. Perfect.
Ooh, we got antique white. I don't even know what that's going to be, but that's definitely got to be the lightest color. Ooh, and we got...
not the lightest color.
What do you think? Is caramel, buttercream?
I like the names. Buttercream is my favorite frosting.
This one's lime, so technically that should probably be around the greens, I would think.
There's over 500 people here already.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning. So I apologize, but this chat is moving today.
We got a very I think I'll mix these in here a little bit. So we got a new set of markers from Blick, and so we're going to try them out. But before I do, I've got to organize them because you can't have just markers not organized. It's not right. I'm trying to think how to do this. Should I mix in the peaches, or should I go by values?
You don't want to ask me. I don't know colors. Okay, do we know how much these were? Why is Blick not in the chat when I need Blick to be in the chat?
These colors are good. It's just, you know what? I think I'm going to do the yellows.
Okay, so...
Ooh. Okay, that shouldn't have happened. There we go.
But on the upside, the packaging is nice.
Yeah,
Remember the packaging from some of the other ones was the markers would fall all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are a whole bunch of you here this morning. So I'm going to tell you that if the mods answer your question, they're the people with the blue names and the wrench. They're our friends and they're answering for us. So they are helping me keep track of the chat, and so there's a lot going on today. So what is the tea today? Oh, I was hoping someone would ask me, Layla. Thank you for that. All right, so I've got a new tea this morning. It is called Bohemian Breakfast. It is from Magic Hour Teas, and so it is really, really good. It's got it's a fair trade organic black tea with a mix in organic pura tea. I can never pronounce that right. It's got black currant fruit, pomegranate flavor, and vanilla bourbon. And I'm going to show you the packaging really fast.
By the way, I love all of these flesh tones that they're giving me. Unfortunately, I'm not using any of them since I'm doing Spider-Man.
Here's the tea today.
Characters.
Okay. All right, there we go.
And...
yeah, you can't use them.
I'm not using any flesh today.
That's funny. So anyway.
So I might have picked the wrong thing for this.
Let's see. You know, we had some problems with lagging this morning when we first were on.
Fine now.
Yeah, it's fine now, but we did have some problems with lag this morning. So maybe the internet is crazy this morning. So a lot of people love the movie. They all said it was great.
Oh, yeah.
Why are the markers never in order? We don't know the answer to that question.
It really baffles my mind. Like, it wouldn't take much, really, to just do that.
Yeah. So, anyway, this is a flavored tea, which typically I don't like, but it's really, really good. Now, this morning...
I feel like moving saffron. What do you guys think? Should I do that?
It's too... yeah, I'd move it.
Swap it with this one.
Lots of people are super excited that you're going to draw these characters. Sarah wants to know, could I use your work as a reference?
Anytime you'd want to. You all have my always permission to please copy my work, use my work, trace my work, anything you guys need to do. I would be honored.
All right. Looking at the set of 48 assorted colors for the markers. $168.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's a set of 48, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
You know I love Blick, but I also like a deal. So Art Beak is still...
Price-wise.
Price-wise.
Yeah. So Blick is here and says good morning all.
Hey, good morning.
How are you this morning? We are trying your markers and reorganizing them. Why are they never organized properly? You are art supply people. We're going to put Blick on the spot this morning. It's all about you today. We're putting you on the spot. Does anyone in your family drink coffee? Because my dad has a coffee company and my dad is Abner and I'm his son. I am using his account to chat with you, by the way. The company is Argueta Coffee Imports.
Oh, I don't, but Donna will drink from time to time.
I will drink coffee from time to time. Where do we buy your coffee in the States? Everybody's saying good morning to Blick. Hi from Portugal, says Joanna.
Hello. Okay, I think I am going to have to do that. Okay.
Oh, Emma's here.
Hello, Emma. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
I have had Earl Grey tea. It is not my favorite flavor. Well, they want to know how you're sorting them. What are you sorting them by?
I've decided these have no place, so I'm going to put them here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do this.
I will say, if you look at this packaging impresses me because the last time Scott tried to sort markers, as you all will remember, or maybe you won't. If you don't remember, check out the last time he sorted markers in the marker playlist. The markers went everywhere because there was nothing for them to sit inside of.
Oh, yeah, the Ohuhu ones. Mm-hmm. They don't have that.
Ohuhu. And so the packaging is great because they actually have slots to sit in. So that is nice. What are you going to draw after you sort the markers?
I already drew out some Into the Spiderverse characters, which I haven't seen it yet. But I think I'm going to do this one next.
How long do the markers last? I really like using markers, but sometimes it's too expensive and it runs out after a week of using them.
I feel that way with all markers, honestly. And, I think markers are really fun to learn with and play with. But honestly, for me, markers are not something that you would use to create finished work in illustration. I know like designers can use them, but even so, like if I was a designer and I created a piece I really loved.
What are you doing? Wait, hold on a second. Why did you put 76, then 19, then 75? Those don't look like they go together.
I can always reorder them to your liking.
Okay, well, that doesn't look like it matches.
I will say this. I love, this would be fantastic for skin tones. So I love that. Unfortunately, I picked characters that don't have skin today. But let me get...
Okay, so after we finish doing this...
in here. And I could...
can your YouTube live videos get viewed as normal videos after the live has ended?
Yes.
Are you friends with the Nashville Zoo because you go there a lot to draw animals?
Yeah. We're actually going tomorrow to go see the Galapagos tortoises.
I am so excited.
Donna's
oh my
so
God.
excited. Oh
I love the tortoises. Our son, who is not home this summer, who's on a internship, he's gonna freak when he finds out we're meeting the Galops tomorrow because he loves turtles and tortoises. We do have a Discord, and if one of the mods could put the Discord link in for Spiffy the Artist, that would be great.
What do you guys think? Should it be?
Scott will give you any questions you have about the markers, ask them while he's drawing with them. Now he's just reorganizing them to his personal preference.
And also Blick is here to answer questions too.
Yeah. Scott needs to take on an apprentice to organize markers. Yeah. I don't even know if that would work. I think you would sit there and you'd look at I'll do it myself. Don't touch that. I'll do it myself.
It doesn't sound like me, but
knowing you would be like, thank you for doing that, and then you would reorganize them all yourself again.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah, whereas I would be like, no, just shoot, I'll do it myself.
No, I actually don't mind it.
How are you, Donna? I'm good. I just got home from dropping my other one off at his job today, which was, traffic. And so I drove and I drank tea and it was fine. So, have you watched Arcane? We
watched the first episode. Our son really liked it, but...
I think you watched it. Did I watch it?
No, we watched it together with Logan. He's like, you guys got to see the show. And we watch it, we're like, it was okay.
Oh, okay. Well, it must have not been memorable to me. So, I have tried rooibos tea. I've only liked one type of rooibos tea, and that was a special blend from a very small grower here in Tennessee. They have their own little tea room. They actually did a tea tasting at our library, and I signed up for that, and I got to go, and that was actually a lot of fun, and it was free, so that was really fun. Do you have the movie app Letterboxd?
Movie app Letterboxd?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
All right. I do like chai. If I'm going to drink chai, I like to drink it the original chai, like they would make in India that you make on the stove. Donna, what is a good tea to try? Like a tea that is not herbal? Black teas are my favorite. So, wow, I wouldn't even know where to start with that. All the black teas that I like tend to be, let's see, not from the United States. I don't know where you're based, but so I like the Knightsbridge blend from Harrods. It's a really strong breakfast tea. I like Barry's tea. It depends on how strong you like your tea. I would go not with their black box if you're new to black teas. If it's not an herbal tea and you're new to a black tea, try either their green box of Barry's tea or the red box, but don't try the black.
Okay, I totally copped out with the purples, with these colors here. Just like...
Yeah.
I got to get started, so I just kind of went, okay. But...
We have not seen Into the Spiderverse yet.
No.
Let's see.
All right, let me go back and zoom in.
Yeah. That's a small... Why is it so small?
What?
The paper today.
I cut it up. So I took... Blick sent us some Bristol board, and I cut it up into 6 pieces.
Is that specifically for markers?
It's smooth, and it says for pens and markers.
Okay.
It's heavyweight. It's 100 pound, and
okay.
So I am looking forward to trying it.
I should probably do a tea recommendation video on my channel. I should probably do that, huh? Let me write that down. Yeah, I should probably do that. Oh, happy first day of summer, everybody. Today is the first day of summer if you are in the Northern Hemisphere. So happy first day of summer.
Yeah.
And I should do a tea video. Okay, I should do a tea video. I think I do have a tea video of all of my teas, but I should do some specific recommendations in that. So are the markers one-sided or two-sided?
Two-sided.
Okay, so this is obviously the
brush side, and then we've got a chisel side.
Oh, can you show us the chisel?
Yeah.
I want to see that too. Oh, okay. A brush side and a chisel side. Got it.
Yeah.
The brush side looks thick. It doesn't look like a thin, but it looks nice and smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. And the paper's nice too.
Let's see. All right. What are we doing here? Do you know which character, or can you talk about which characters you're drawing?
Everybody, this is Miles Morales.
Okay,
Spider-Man.
thank you. I didn't know who you were drawing, so maybe some other people don't know who you're drawing. Let's see. Scott's favorite animal is a cheetah. I just got Letterboxd, and it's really addicting. You can organize all the movies you've seen and rate them and stuff. You should check it out.
Oh, that's cool.
That's very cool.
Is Animal Crackers on there?
And if it is, did you like it and say it was your number one pick? Just kidding. We are tea people. We do like coffee, but we're tea people. So we talked about what we're doing. Today we talked about the paper. We talked about the pens.
Here, I will use the chisel side real quick. And go back to the brush because I like the brush.
Honeybush tea. It is non-caffeine but full of antioxidants and tastes lovely. Some of the thanks Brazen. Some of the teas I have to be careful because some of them I'm allergic to. Are you or Donna fans of candles at all? I really love candles.
I have been lighting candles here in the Hobbit hole.
You have a favorite vanilla?
Yeah, I like vanilla.
Cookie, vanilla something. A tea time with Donna sounds like a good mini-series to me. Thanks, Tracy. You're funny. I'll do some tea videos. I wrote those down. How much do the markers bleed? Well, I think we're going to find out.
Well, the markers will bleed based on the paper, not really the markers. You can't really blame the markers for bleeding. That's always the paper. But these are holding up pretty well.
What does pounds mean when it comes to paper? I've been drawing for 10 years and I still don't know.
It's really just the thickness of the paper. The heavier the more pounds, the thicker the paper. And you want to work with thicker paper, just in general. You really do.
Then it won't bleed through. I think that's why you've preferred the Ohuhu. Oh my God. What is wrong with my brain today?
I don't know.
The notebooks.
No, they're not thicker. They just have
the plastic sheet in between.
Plastic sheet, yeah.
So the pounds in the paper is how thick the paper is.
Yeah.
And there's different types of paper. The thicker the paper, the less bleed you're going to have, and the better it is for certain things.
Yeah, like I like, thick
300
paper for my watercolors.
I think it's like 300 GSM, 160 pound paper for your watercolors. That's what you prefer. And that way the watercolor doesn't bleed through the paper. Let's see. Will you ever consider trying digital art again?
I'll consider it, but honestly, I'll need a reason to do it. So whether a company reaches out or something like that. But I did digital. I was an animator for so many years. I did video games. I've done, I've spent enough time on the computer. It's just I miss having paint on my fingers. I miss having an original piece of art and not a file that can be duplicated. So for me, it's I'll do it for a video, but there's no interest for me to do it professionally. And there's like people like Sam Does Art who are so good at it that
Okay.
Like, why even bother?
So talk about what you're using as far as the markers right now and the paper. People are asking again.
So I'm trying out Blick's marker set, 48 colors, and I'm using Blick's Bristol board. And so far, so good.
And this is a set of 48 assorted colors, and it's $168.
Yeah.
On their website. That's what it is. So I hope that answers a few of your questions on that one. Are Posca markers acrylic?
I think they might be some form of acrylic paint. Yeah.
You guys are funny. There's a lot of tea questions this morning. My favorite tea is the Knightsbridge blend from Harrods. What paper should I use for watercolors?
Watercolor paper. And if you can, my favorite is Be Creative, the sketchbooks, if you can get those. Otherwise, Arches is very expensive, so don't do that if you're just starting out. You can use something like a Canson watercolor paper.
Are you friends with Sam Does Art Now?
Yeah, we're chatting about doing a collaboration.
What happened to the stone sketchbook?
I gave some away, and I think I still have the one that I sketched in over off to the side. But they're fun, but I'm really like. I know what I like. I've got something that's working, and it's very rare that something is going to come along and make me go, wow, I've got to change up everything I've ever done, So
yeah.
I don't mind trying stuff out, but I've kind of got something that I really like, and I want to keep doing it.
How do you blend?
Right now, I'm doing a little bit of, I'm going with my lighter colors first, and then I'm just kind of letting up a little bit here. But I will probably try a couple different things for now and see if I could find a blue that's in between this and this. And I'm going to try...
What's your advice on sticking with crafts and not giving up or abandoning them?
It's okay to give up and abandon something if it's not working for you. You're allowed to say, this doesn't feel right. So don't be afraid to do that. If you really like something and you want to get better at it, then that's just motivation for you to just say, look, I've got to stick with this until I'm better at it. But you will have to decide what's best for you and where you want to go with that.
But if you try something and you don't like it, you don't have to stick with it.
Exactly.
I mean, give it a good try, though. Give it a good time to, I can't talk today.
Yeah.
I literally cannot talk today. I did not sleep well last night, so just ignore me today. I'm not talking well. How do you avoid water bleeding through the paper with watercolors?
If you get good watercolor paper, it's not going to bleed. I've never had watercolor paper bleed on me.
Hardest part of the body to draw?
Hands.
Do you like the Marvel movies?
I like some of them.
Are you doing portraits for each of the spider people?
I'm going to try. So we are 30 minutes in, and I'm still on the first one. And I was going to try to do them very quickly, but I've already penciled out 6 different characters. I just don't know if I'm going to get to them all.
Oh boy.
The other thing I was going to do was give them away. So let's see.
This is the first time I'm hearing about that. Okay, so Jennifer asks, can you please tell us some of your favorite affordable utensils? I'm not very good at drawing, but you have inspired me to draw more, and I want to get better at it. Thank you so much for inspiring.
Oh, sure. My favorite affordable is a pencil and paper. Just a pencil and paper is everything you need to get better. After that, and I'm sorry because I'm literally trying Blick's markers, but for cheapness and affordability, Art Beek's marker set, if you want to do that, was a cheap one.
Away too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then God, those Mia watercolors was a great deal.
Yeah, they're stupid.
$20.
They blew it because they didn't have it available on their website.
Yeah.
On their
so I mean,
site.
I've if you look through, there's a playlist for product testing. You can kind of see what I liked and what I didn't like, and what worked and what didn't work, if you'd like.
Yeah, there's also two things. There's a list on the website of products that Scott's tried, and there's a list on the website of Scott's stuff that he uses.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that the stuff he uses, a lot of those are cost effective, but some of them are professional things that he uses because he's been painting and drawing for so long.
Yeah.
So you can look and you can see, the zebra brush pens where we are in our country, which is the US, are only $2.65. Those are not, in my opinion, that is not an expensive pen. For some people, that will be expensive. But so there's a mix of things that he uses.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's a cheap date and then he buys the Arches paper.
Yeah, if you're asking for affordable, that's what I'm trying to give you is affordable.
Right.
Stuff like Blick, they sent us these. They sent us the Utrecht, which are more professional brands. Their colored pencils were more professional. They were right up there with Prismacolors and Faber-Castell and Caran d'Ache. So, again...
But they do offer... Now, let me ask this question, and I'll ask this directly of Blick. Do you have a section on your website that is just for beginner artists where they can go and look just for products that are for beginners? That would be my question for Blick today.
Yeah.
Scott started drawing when he was about 6 or 7. Do you watch anime?
No, not anymore.
Do you read Marvel comics?
Not anymore. I did growing up, but not anymore.
Let's see. My friend Peter has demoed $4,000 fountain pens, so anything under $100 is affordable in context. Ryan, that is crazy. I've seen some of those fountain pens that are thousands and thousands of dollars, like $5,000, $10,000 for a pen, and I wonder, do they write any better than something else, or is it just the workmanship that goes into making it?
Or is it just the name?
Yeah, it could be the name too. Yeah. It's like a nice handbag. Yeah. Is it oh, good. And Bethany has posted in there Scott's art supply list and art supplies that we've tried, both links to that.
Thanks, Bethany.
How do you spell the watercolor brand? Which brand? Click the links that Bethany's put in and you'll see all of the products we've tried and products that Scott uses. Do you have a black marker in that set?
Yeah, I'm using it right now.
Obi Mom Kenobi watched Animal Crackers last night with the grandkids and it was fun.
Oh, thank you.
Which other characters are you going to draw?
I didn't want to spoil it because I might not get to them all. But
Santa's here and says, I was thinking about watching this film today.
Oh, hey, Santa. All right, so I also drew out Spider-Gwen, Peter Parker Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Punk, and Spider-Ham.
Do you remember when the boys got the little Spider-Ham action figure thingamajiggy bobber with the little... Oh, my God. That's funny. How can you get better at inking, and are fountain pens good for that?
I like the zebra brush pen. They're cheap and you don't have to dip them or anything like that. But you can get better at inking by just practicing, honestly, and studying what other artists do.
I don't know that. I mean, a lot of people do use fountain pens for drawing, but you have to have a special nib for it. So, but a lot of people do use those. How can you keep your paper from ripping when you use watercolors?
Your paper isn't going to rip if you're using good watercolor paper. You can tape it down too, but weird.
How long do the markers last?
Oof, we got stuck to the back.
Maybe you need one of those plastic sheets.
Yeah.
So it doesn't stick.
How long do what last?
Markers last.
Markers can last you, it depends, years. It just depends on how much you use them and how well you store them. But
you have to keep them out of sunlight and, keep them in a like a cool area.
They're alcohol markers and they're going to dry up
at some point.
So you just kind of want to, let me see, I wonder if I should.
What paint do you recommend for beginners?
I think watercolor is the best paint to start off with. I just like it, and it gives you so much, not control, but it gives you an artsiness that you can't get with colored pencils or markers.
Can we just take a minute? There's 671 people here right now.
Oh, well, hello, everybody.
Welcome if you are new. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I am going to give these away. So,
that's news to me.
Yeah, so if you can't stick around, come back. I'll probably pin a comment in the video when this becomes a video. So that way we can figure out how to get these off to everybody.
Autumn says 5 dogs, 1 cat, 2 geckos, and a frog watching this morning. Love from the geriatric animal rescue house.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Okay, we just jumped up to 716 people. Oh God, you guys. Oh, Dizzy L says, I don't know if you remember me, but I'm one of the people that won the giveaway. Thank you so much for the art supplies. I can't wait for them to get here. Thanks again.
Oh, fantastic.
Yay, we're so excited. Please tag us in what you make with the art supplies. We're super, super excited. How do you blend? I think you're watching him blend right now with markers. Do you guys have a pet?
We did. She passed away a few weeks ago.
It was a month yesterday, but who's keeping track? What's a tip for blending with colored pencils?
You're going to press down hard. I would start off with your midtones and then your darks, and then come in with your highlights. All right, we're going to call this kind of semi-done.
Would you ever consider making a children's book?
I have.
We've made about 13 of them.
Yeah. Trying to get some of that spontaneity and weird lines that they add to it.
Jose asks, any tips for anyone doing a study, like a mindset you should go in with? The questions you should go in with, maybe. Thanks.
Doing a study of what? Of another artist?
He didn't say. They didn't say. Wise Girl says, hi, I'm sorry I'm late, but do you like these Blick markers? I'm looking for a new set and I almost bought these yesterday at their store, but wanted someone's opinion.
So far, they're very good. Yeah. My biggest thing, I like the little things. It's weird because they're flat and not round, and I'm so used to like the round, like the Ohuhus and whatnot. So that's just the biggest thing that I'm having just to get used to. But the color range is going to be great for faces. Like that is a lot of great skin tones, and so that's something you don't usually see in a 48 set.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna call this. So here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, good, we got that. Oh, that's more than enough. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Have you ever made? Are you 3M1? Are you asking if he's ever made a clock sticker, and if are we planning to? The answer is we are planning to.
Yeah, I drew it out, and I didn't like the lettering.
Yeah. What's going on with that?
What?
Are we gonna do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Farai, there's a video on the Hobbit hole. Do you want to put something underneath that?
No, because it'll stick to whatever that is too.
Yeah.
All right, let's do Spider-Gwen. Okay. It's 9:45. Let's say I'm not going to get to all of these. Is Spider-Gwen some of you guys would want to see next? So we got Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Punk, and Spider-Ham.
I want to see Spider-Ham.
I'll do Spider-Gwen for now.
Dang it. Have you ever considered using a nib for inking?
No. I was never. I tried it once, didn't really like it. And I really like what
Spider-Ham, Gwen, Spider-Punk. Spider-Punk seems to be
okay, then I'll skip to Spider-Punk after
Spider-Punk,
this.
Spider-Punk.
Let me do Spider-Gwen.
No, don't do Gwen, do Ham. Man.
The lone female in the group, and you want me to just discard her.
No.
What would your people think?
Spider-Ham reminds me of the boys. That's why. That's all.
This might be too warm.
I wear my heart on my sleeve for my kids. I make no apologies. Who is your favorite spider person?
I haven't seen all of them, so I mean I haven't seen the new.
You haven't seen the new one yet.
The new one yet. So,
what is a good alternative for zebra brush pens? The Sakura Pigma pens are also waterproof. You can try those.
I read Spider-Man 2099 back when I was in high school, or maybe
a wee youngin.
And so I liked that one.
Didn't you draw something from Owl House?
No, we watched an episode of it.
Okay. Let's see. Abby is drawing Spider-Gwen right now.
Oh, nice.
Scott has drawn 11, but they want to see it with markers. Let's see.
I think it's going to be too blue.
Let's see. What would you pay for a watercolor set? Cheap or expensive? How many swatches, etc.?
What would I pay for a cheaper? How many swatches, etc.?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that the cheapest set that I've tried that I liked was the one I did, the Mia one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I personally wouldn't do buy a cheaper set, me personally, because I'm using professional stuff. But if you can't afford it, I thought the Mia one was the best for the price. You can try, Crayola has them. They'll just disappear after a month. They're not light fast. But if you're just learning, it doesn't matter. You're not going to keep it.
If you make a mistake, do you just color over it and make it better, or do you just leave it there and try to make it better when you're done?
Oh, with markers, the mistakes I normally make are, I don't like this color. This color wasn't what I thought it was going to look like. And then I have a choice to try to color over it, or I can come back over it with colored pencils. Colored pencils are the great equalizer.
What do you do if you don't have concentrated watercolor or ink?
You don't need concentrate. I mean, I very rarely use it. I only used it just in the last video. But you really don't need it. It's not a necessity, I promise.
What paper are you using right now?
I am using
hold up the smaller one because we won't be able to.
Blick's Bristol paper. And it's
smooth surface for pen and marker.
Yeah. And it's really nice. And the good thing about Bristol board is it's very tough. So you colored pencils, you can, whatever, and it'll handle everything. Let me get the shapes in here.
What's your opinion on graffiti?
I think graffiti, when it is art and it tells a story, is great. I am against tagging.
How long do you think you can finish a drawing of any spider person you're doing right now?
Well, a drawing could take you 5 minutes. It's the combination of this is my first time using these, and I'm also trying to see how many of these I can get done in a 90-minute thing. Plus, we spent maybe 15 minutes reorganizing the markers. Mm-hmm. So it's tough to. I can get a lot of these done if I'm using a medium that I use a lot all the time.
Okay, so the Blick paper that you're using right now, the paper pad, the 9x12, is $6.80.
Well, that's good.
The 11x14 is $8.61.
Yeah, so those are good. I would highly recommend that for colored pencils or markers.
Yeah, that's a good price for
paper.
But
I will say this. You can see these are bleeding through, mm-hmm. Which pretty much everything does. I did markers. A test on,
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. So put a piece of cardboard or plastic or something underneath, and you should be fine.
Yeah. Just know that they will bleed. If you don't have an art table, don't use them on your mom's carpet.
Yeah.
She will not appreciate that. Are you using a reference picture right now?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Devin says, oh boy, are we using alcohol markers today? We are. What is the best memory and moment you loved in your drawing career?
In my drawing career?
Mm-hmm.
God, there's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
This is the lightest I have. Okay. I would say
Santa says the art design of this film is so beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I would say it's probably sketching in Venice, maybe.
Have you ever played the Spider-Man game?
Hold on. Let me see if I have it.
We've got some interesting questions. How do you prevent the markers or ink from spreading on the paper?
it, and I still have it.
Lord have mercy.
It was the best.
How do you prevent markers and ink from spreading on the paper? We know you're having a moment.
Markers in general aren't going to spread. You'll be okay. They'll bleed through to the other side, but they're not going to spread. If you're using something like Bristol board, which is what I'm currently using, so that's what I would recommend: is use the right paper, and you'll be fine. You can see the colors aren't bleeding over one another.
That seems to be a common thread, that paper is the thing that's a not negotiable.
Really is. Paper really makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. Do you still go to the art store, or do you just go online to shop for art supplies?
No, we actually went to our local art store. They had a grand reopening.
They moved buildings.
So we went actually last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but 9 times out of 10 we order from Blick. So.
Yeah.
Can you buy zebra brush pens in store?
It depends on the store. I've never seen them in a store.
Actually, didn't they just have them at Plaza? Didn't they have?
Not that I know of.
Maybe they didn't. I know you can find them online for sure. A good beginner gouache.
You know, the Hemi gouache is actually not that bad, all things considered. I did some testing of it if you want to look at the videos, but it actually wasn't too bad.
Where can you buy the markers you are using currently?
They are from Blick. And we'll put up a link, but I'm sure... Blick is here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody wants to put a link to them right now, but...
Yeah. Oh, actually, Bethany did. Let's see. You answered good beginner gouache, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. A good beginner watercolor set.
Like I said, the one that I liked was from Mia.
But it's not available. Pick a different one that you would recommend.
Well, the grabby one is gone, so...
Mm-hmm. A lot of them are gone.
Yeah, I mean, the Winsor & Newton Field Box for $25, a great one, because you get a cool kit, too.
Mm-hmm. It's a student watercolor, though.
Yeah.
Not a professional watercolor. The professional watercolor is more money.
So.
In comparison to the Okuhus, how good are these?
I will be perfectly honest, all markers feel the same. I've tried Copics, I've tried Art Beaks, I've tried everybody. They all feel the same. So I guess the only way to really tell the difference would be how long do they last? I don't know if markers are going to last any longer from brand to brand. So really just kind of got to go with what feels good for you.
Let's see. If you could only use one art supply for the rest of eternity, what would it be?
It'd probably be what I'm currently using, which is the markers and zebra brush pens. I really do like that.
Penguin says, Scott is the bearer of all art information.
I'm trying, but really, I mean, the people who are the experts are Blick.
Bianca asks, is it true that work beats talent?
Yes. Yeah. Hard work and dedication. So when I was a kid, there were a bunch of people who were so much better than me at art. So much better. And the only difference is I stuck with it. They didn't. Mm-hmm. They got bored of it, or they went on to do other things, and now they're insurance salesmen or, whatever.
Accountants.
Yeah, accountants and stuff, and I'm making art. Granted, they probably make more money than I do, but that's neither here nor there. But the thing is that my art is better because I stuck with it. I made it something that was a part of me. It was something that I really wanted to do. And that's really all it is do you love it? Do you want to do this? You'll get better at it. You really will. You just have to want to do it enough.
These look amazing, Scott. You don't cease to amaze me.
Thank you.
Ashmit asks, what is the skill that we should practice more and more as artists?
Draw everything every day. That is the biggest thing I could say is get your eye in your hand to be able to draw, in sync.
Why is that important?
Because I've never drawn Spider-Gwen before, so I didn't need to have an art hack. I didn't have to practice it. All I had to do was look at a picture, and there you go. And that's the difference. Is you if you draw every day and you get used to drawing every day, you get your hand and your eyes to work together like that, then you'll be able to draw anything. And that's the thing. You should be able to draw a car or a cat or a slice of pizza without having to train yourself. It's not going to be, like every time you do it, it's going to be perfect or anything like that because it's your first time doing it, but it'll at least look like the thing you're trying to draw.
Let's see. Lackland says, you guys are some of my favorite people on YouTube and seem so down to earth. Keep doing what you're doing and just know you inspire me and countless others every day.
Thank you. That's so nice of you.
That is very sweet. Ella watched all your streams from last week yesterday because they had to miss school and says, I love being sick.
Well, thank you. I'm going to need a...
Okay, so I'm going to interject right now because there are 770 of you here right now. I cannot possibly ask Scott all of the questions that you're asking. So anybody who answers your questions who has a blue name with a little wrench next to it are our mods. These people are our friends and what are you doing?
Just keep talking.
These people are our friends, and the reason that they're answering the questions is because they know us and they know the answers to these questions, and I cannot get to every single one of you, so they're helping me today. If they know the answer to the question and they answer you, it's because they know the answer to the question and they're helping me.
All right.
So,
what was the popular one? Was it Spider?
It was Spider-Ham.
Was it Spider-Punk?
Spider-Punk. Don't! Jeez. Almost made it there. Anyway, so please, if the mods answer your question. Thank you, Mr. Clock. So yeah, if the mods answer your questions, it's just like us answering a question. So we appreciate all of our mods. You guys are wonderful. And I'm so sorry there's a million people here today. This is crazy. So, but we're happy you're here. Let's see. Please fix the top right corner. Oh, you're killing people. There's a little white spot on the top of the first one you did, and you're killing everybody. Please fill in that spot because
I hope this is the right color.
They're all dying painfully. There you go. Are you guys happy now? Are you happy now?
Just in case, I'll just kind of make it. There.
Okay. Do you recommend cold or hot press paper?
Depends on what you're doing. So if you're going to be doing something like gouache, I like hot press paper. If you're doing something like watercolor, I recommend cold press paper.
So there you go. And I recommend stealing the nice paper from your significant other who has the nice paper and trying it all out for yourself. Not that I've done this, but I might have done this. What do you do on days when you have little motivation? Do you just force yourself to draw?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, either that or I smack him on the back of the head and go, "What's the matter with you? Get downstairs and draw something." I do that a lot. Do you have a favorite Spider-Man? If so, who is it and why?
I grew up with Peter Parker, so I think the Miles Morales. I think I've only seen the first one. It was a far superior movie, but I mean, I grew up with Peter Parker.
Okay, so I'm gonna refer all of you who are asking questions. There's an Art Hacks playlist, and in the Art Hacks playlist, and this is only because there's so many of you here, there are videos on eyes and hands and everything you could possibly think of, starting out to watercolor and doing a bunch of different things. So check out the Art Hacks playlist on the website, and that will give you information. Also, there's a list of all of Scott's art supplies there. Plus, there's a list of all the art supplies that he's tried. And there is a list on there of resources, and those are going to be books and things that Scott's used in the past. There's a book on drawing animals. There's a book on anatomy. So those are things that he's used that he has found helpful. So check that out. And perhaps if the mods could put links to all of those in, that would be lovely, and I would appreciate that. What markers would you recommend for an intermediate artist?
It's really going to be up to you. I'm currently using the Blick ones. It's up to you and your budget. So if I will say this, I've tried Ohuhus, I've tried Copics, I've tried these Blick ones. I haven't really seen a difference from one to the other. So it's really a matter of feel, of preference, palette, whatever you're seeing. Presentation, might have something to do it for you. But honestly, I personally think that they're all alike.
If you have a chance to go to an art store too in person, they let you try a lot of things.
Yeah.
They'll let you try different pens, different pencils.
Blick might be going, we hate when people do that. But I've never seen an art store. I mean,
that doesn't have a try section.
Yeah.
They put a nice pad of paper out for, in front of the
don't walk into the acrylic paint section and open up a tube of paint.
Yeah, don't do that. I mean, but there are people there who know what they're talking about, and they'll help you. You can say, look, I want to try painting. I've used this, or I haven't used that, or whatever. Ask them. Yeah. That might be a good way to start too. You did an amazing job of recreating the 3D style. What do you do? Oh, we asked you this one already. Lots of love from Nepal. Your art is really great and you inspire me to draw.
Thank you.
Hi to the land of the red pandas. How do you know where the placement of the facial features goes?
You're looking at a photo, and that's. Oops, sorry, this thing's over here. You're just looking at the photo, and so I've done a couple of videos where I show you, just not show you, but I show you how I do it, where I will draw a circle, do the line, and if you watch any of my lives where I'm drawing from scratch, especially like the Music Mondays, you can kind of follow along. You could see me doing the general shapes, the center lines, where the eyes are going to be. Mm-hmm. It's, pretty much all humans are generally the same shapes.
Okay. Lots of people said thank you for filling in the corner because that was driving them crazy. And Mark is here. He says, geez, Donnie, you're loved. Get used to it. We love you, Mark. Give Lynn a hug for us. What is your favorite food? And Liza wants to know what's the mod's favorite food too.
Right now, my favorite food is chicken noodle soup. I think I'm sure of it out.
Yeah, well, that's your own fault. I made him this stew that he likes. It's a red stew, like a tomato-based stew. I tried sending you a message on Facebook. I hope you see it. Oh, okay, I'll check. Do you like sculpting, honey?
I'd like to learn sculpting. I don't know it.
Let's see.
All right.
You guys are funny. So many people who are like, can you draw this and can you draw that? Do you wear your bracelets every day 24/7?
I do. Mm-hmm. In the shower and everything. Mm-hmm. The Franklin Pride one, I'm just going to wear it for the rest of the month.
Mm-hmm. Could you do art challenges, please, Scott?
I have done art challenges. There's a draw everything every day. I've done 60 days of studying the masters. I've done 30 days of national animals. So yeah, I might do more in the future, but right now I'm just I'm a little burnt out from creating content every single day. So I'm a little,
Yeah, this is for Isabella and everybody that's asking us to do more art challenges and more things like that. We've got some things hopefully coming up very soon that we'll be able to tell you about. But Scott's really, he is tired. And so he's working on the large painting. And I think the large painting is really helping you a little bit to kind of refocus and enjoy yourself again with art.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So, and they wonder if you're going to keep doing the updates on that painting and how it's coming along.
Yeah, I didn't think anybody would care, but thank you. Yeah.
So, so he's doing that now, and I don't think we're going to be doing any challenges anytime soon or any big things anytime soon. At least for the short run, in the short
foreseeable future.
Whatever. Thank you. That's the word. I told you guys I couldn't talk today. Let's see. Endless River says, so I bought the How to Draw Animals by Jack Ham. How should I practice it?
Oh, God. The way that I did was by just following the steps and copying their art. Just here, I'll show you.
Tefnerd says, Scott, have you met us? Of course we care.
So my son Brendan was practicing how to draw when he was a kid. Mm-hmm. And that's all you got to do is just copy it, trace it, whatever you need to do.
What are your recommendations for water brushes for travel? Check out the art supply list. Everything that Scott uses is listed there, and you'll find the travel brushes there too. Blick says, we love when people test art materials on the little pads provided for that purpose. We love it less when people draw on the shelves, but we sort of understand the temptation. People draw on the shelves when there's a pad of paper right there? I don't understand that. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Let's all be good about that and draw on the paper they give us.
I blame society.
I bring my own pad of paper. So, hey, Ellen's here and says, good morning. Brief break in the long morning meeting. Just popping in to say hello.
Hey, Ellen.
Well, I'm sorry you're in a long meeting, but we get it. And we're happy you're here. Who is this character with the guitar?
This is apparently, I haven't seen the movie, but apparently this is Spider-Punk.
Are these original poses using references?
No, these are just using references. Nothing about it is original. I am, here, I will show you.
We have not seen the movie, by the way.
I literally just downloaded photos and traced them out real quick because I was like, I've got to do these. So this is it.
Scott has done animation years ago.
That's Spider-Punk, apparently. Hobie Brown.
Would you want to go to Mount Everest Base Camp and draw Mount Everest live?
No. Take me someplace warm.
Yeah, he's not going to go anywhere that's cold. He doesn't appreciate that. We haven't seen the movie, so I sew. I actually made a duster for my son's snow trooper costume. So I do sew. Do you have any tips for using alcohol markers?
Yeah. Go with your midtones first, and then come in with your highlights. I'm sorry, midtones, shadows, and then come in with highlights with your with some colored pencils. That always seems to work well.
Scott does not like pastels. They are not his favorite. Actually, he threw them across the room.
That was the
I once had a teacher that said cartoons are not art. What are your thoughts?
I
think that teacher's a poopy head.
Yeah, my teacher said the same thing. I wanted to do comic books. I wanted to be the artist on Spider-Man. And, but you know what? Teachers are teachers. What are you going to do?
What's your favorite place you have ever been?
Either Disney World, Kauai, or Venice, Italy.
Not in that order. Where do you start sketching? Do you start from the head and work from
Yeah,
there?
usually from the head. Unless if it's a full body pose, you really have to kind of get the gesture. You got to get the flow of the body.
Art by Lynn says you are such a great inspiration, not only as an artist but also as a human in general.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you.
Have you drawn anything from The Dragon Prince that's on Netflix? I don't think so.
No, I watched the first few episodes of it, and I liked where it was kind of going. I just never, because it was from the same people who did Avatar.
Okay, tell everybody where your bracelets are from and which one's your favorite.
All right. So this one was from Hopi Nation artist in Utah. This one was from Venice, Italy. This one was from our 30th anniversary at Disney World. This one's from Kauai for our 25th anniversary. This is temporary, but this is from the Franklin Pride Parade. And this was from Valencia, Spain. I think my favorite is the one from the Hopi artist.
That's a heavy one too. How did you get used to wearing that? Because that is really heavy.
Yeah, I like it because it doesn't move.
Because it doesn't move. You would. Will the Spider-Punk drawing be up for sale after the stream? I'd love to buy it.
Nope, I'm giving it away. I'm giving all of these away, and I will post a comment on the video when it posts. When I'm done, this will turn into a video, and I will figure out how to give these out to everybody.
Gail. These Spider-Man pieces look great. Next week, my family and I are going to the Huntington Library and Gardens. Have you two ever been? We have.
Have we?
I have. I don't know if you have, but I have. We loved it. I loved it there. But I'm more of a fan of botanical gardens than you are, I think. I think I do like those. And Gail sent you a tip, which Gail.
Oh, thank you, Gail.
Gail. Not necessary. Don't feel like you have to burn yourself out for us. We'll be happy as long as we get to see your art every now and then. Also, your large painting is absolutely stunning.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone needs a break at some point. Do it at your own pace. What's your favorite part of doing art?
Finishing. I like, yeah, because it's such a nerve-wracking experience. I like going, oh, hey, that didn't turn out so bad.
How do you get motivated?
I usually get motivated by other people's art. I just think it's so cool what some people are able to do, and I go, man, I want to try that.
Do you know who Dave Matthews is? You should paint him for Music Monday.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
of
I
Scott's
do.
favorites.
No, not really, but yeah, I do.
Let's see. Which Spider-Man are you drawing?
This one is called Spider-Punk.
Where are you going to ship to? Are you going to ship to the U.S. or other continents? Like
Worldwide.
There you go.
Because we should be able to put these in an envelope, right?
We should. Yes, that's correct.
So
yep,
we should be okay.
Yep. How should I perfect my strokes and the way I draw sketches and faces?
Well, obviously practice, but if practice isn't enough, then I would say look at artists that you admire and see what they're doing that you're not, and try to copy it.
What is your favorite book/book series?
Favorite book was The Hobbit.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite animal to draw?
I don't know, maybe a panda?
Do you feel naked without your bracelets on?
I don't know, I haven't taken them off.
How do you get your ideas on what to draw?
Usually just the web or whatnot. I follow a lot of artists, like photographers and cosplayers and costumers, and so I kind of get my ideas from them, inspiration from them and whatnot.
Do you normally grid out your portraits first?
No. I will just look at a photo and thumbnail or do whatever I'm going to do. If it's something like this where I had to do it very quickly, I just projected it and traced it real quick. So that's why it's so chaotic.
What's your favorite Star Wars character?
Chewbacca.
Where did you go in Hawaii?
Kauai.
Scott, you can come down to Australia if you don't like the cold. It's winter right now, but I promise the summers won't disappoint.
Oh,
we have never been to Australia and we're not going. I've seen the huntsman spiders. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No, those things come out of nowhere.
You've seen the videos where there's spiders, up in the air, just waiting to drop down on you.
Yeah. What is that, people? What is that? You have they're balloon and parachute and fly in the wind, and then there's millions of them, and that's like my own private hell on earth. It's not. I just couldn't. I would literally have a heart attack and die. I mean, we could make sure my life insurance is paid, and then we could go. But did you go to art school or are you self-taught?
I went to art school, but everything you're seeing me do is pretty much self-taught.
When did you know your art was ready to share?
I don't think it's your art is ready to share. It really, you got to look at it as, are you okay sharing your journey? Because I don't think my art ever feels like I'm ready. But this
you
is
always are saying you're not.
This is just where I am right now.
Yeah.
So you guys are just.
It's a journey.
You're part of the journey now. Mm-hmm. So you're seeing me for where I am right now, and that's it. So keep that in mind. You're never ready.
Okay, on that same vein, Jalen sent you a tip and then says it was, when did you know your art was ready to share with others? But Jalen also says, I'm a trained musician and I still don't feel confident sharing any tips.
Well, first of all, thank you. It's really a personal thing where you can feel okay. Here's the way I look at it. People will send me something like, I'm trying to think, acrylics. Mm-hmm. And I'm not very good at acrylics.
Well, you don't like them either. So
I don't mind showing myself failing at acrylics. There's no ego to it. And so I think if you're going to learn and you want to do it publicly, don't worry about it. You shouldn't, no one will have any expectations, and you shouldn't have any expectations that it's going to be any good. You're just doing it. It's like, hey everybody, today I'm going to try yoga. No one's going to expect you to be an expert at it,
I'd pay money to see you do yoga. Oh my God, that would be great.
But you know what I'm saying? You're really, you look at it that way. If If you want to try something and you want to do it publicly, take your ego out of it. You don't know it. You don't know what you're doing. So just have fun.
Any funny behind-the-scenes stories you can tell us from making animal crackers?
Oh, God, so many. So here's one. Originally, Kaylee Cuoco was supposed to be the voice of Zoe. So it was John Krasinski. And if you look it up, you'll see an announcement. Kaylee Cuoco is going to be starring with John Krasinski in Animal Crackers. Mm-hmm. And so what had happened was I'd never seen the Big Bang Theory. I had never seen The Office. So I didn't really know who either of the actors were.
Clueless.
I was really clueless. And so okay. And so what had happened was I flew out from Nashville to Los Angeles to go record with them. And John Krasinski was there. He was super nice, really just a sweetheart. And Kaylee Cuoco didn't show up. Found out later that her lawyer was trying to get her more money, even though she was making the same as everybody else. It was kind of like everybody makes the same. And so then we recorded John and Danny DeVito and Raven Simone. And then I went home. 2 weeks later, came out for another session. John was there. Kaylee Cuoco wasn't. Did everything again. Tried to get everything worked out with Kaylee Cuoco's people. Explained everything again because they had agreed to it, you know. Came out third time. She didn't show up. We had to say, sorry, then we're going to move on. And it was that day that John, you know, he'd done it. He had just finished his third recording.
Yep.
I think we were taking a break. And so I was just kind of, I went into the booth with him. It was just him and me. We were just kind of chatting.
Actually, it was at the very beginning of the session because that was the session we came in for. I was there for that.
And so I'm hanging out in the booth and John was just telling me, he goes, you know, he says, Scott, he goes, my wife just really loved the script. She just thought it was so good and just what a unique idea and everything. And I was like, oh, well, thank your wife for me, you know. Tell her.
He had no clue who John's wife was.
No clue he was married to Emily Blunt. In comes our casting director. In comes Tony Bancroft, my co-director, because they had heard over the microphone, you know. And they would Emily want to be in the movie? I'm like, well, first they said, would your wife want to be in the movie? I'm like, that's kind of rude to ask this guy. I mean, are we that desperate? We're just asking, like, can your wife?
No,
Mrs. Krasinski
I know
is going to
exactly what happened. I watched it. I was sitting way behind you up against the wall, and I was sitting next to Carter. And all of a sudden, like, and you were standing there, and I just remember Jamie, like, pushing you aside and walking straight in. And our casting director is, like, so smooth. And he just goes, he's like, so would she be? And Scott's, like, has this look on his face, like, what the hell?
And so I remember going when I was like, wait, you're married to Emily Blunt? And John's like, why does everybody always ask me that? Yes.
Oh, God.
So, yes, that was a funny behind the scenes
So he texted her, and that's how it happened. And she texted back.
He's like, hey, babe, you want to be in the movie? And she responds, yeah. And that's how Emily Blunt became a part of our movie.
Yeah. And that is how it's done.
Because I'm clueless.
Because Scott's clueless. Yeah. It was adorable. We do not watch anime. How has our summer been so far? Well, considering summer is about 10 hours old, I say it's been pretty good so far.
All right. Well, I got 3 of these done. So, and the markers are really fun. They're really, really fun. I think it's going to be a preference. Let me see if I can find the Ohurus.
Don't trip.
I think it's going to be a preference of whether you want round or flat. Because these are kind of chunky, you know?
Yeah, but there's nothing to grab onto.
Yeah. These are flat. And it takes a little bit, but they kind of feel streamlined. So, but I like the color variations. They went on really well.
Probably be better for skin tones for sure.
Yeah. If you get the Bristol board Bristol paper
is really good.
Worked really good as it's supposed to. It was only $6 for the 9x12.
Yeah.
So that's a really good deal. Try it out. I would highly recommend if you like colored pencils to try the Blick Bristol board, Bristol paper. That's going to be really good. If you're gonna do markers, just remember how much these bleed. And like I said, they stuck to. I had to literally
all markers
pry
bleed.
them out. They're always gonna bleed. So I would say, I think I like the Ohuhu sketch marker things because they have that plastic sheet. I like that
in between it.
But I will always love Bristol board because if I wanted to, I could just go right on top of this with colored pencils, and you can't do that with the Ohuhus. Bristol paper is always the best thing because it's so thick. It's really thick. I mean,
it's like cardstock.
It's like cardstock, yeah. So I definitely like that better. And these are they feel like Tomorrowland made them. They're just the angles and stuff, rather than these feel like Toonland.
On that same note, and I know it's a completely different medium, but they make different pens and different things so that you can, different thicknesses of pencils and things like that, so that everybody has a different way that they hold things. And so you might like the squared, with more angulars. I have a fountain pen and it has the angles on it. And it writes better to me than something that's completely round, like a pen that's completely round.
Yeah.
So it might give you more torque and more grip. It just depends on how you like to hold your pens. And you got to try different things to find out what you like. So... it is 10:28. Are we stopping now?
Yeah, I can't start a new one. So 3 was all I could do in 90 minutes.
Thank you all for being here today. We have not had less than 600 people here this entire time. And there's a lot of you here. So commissions are closed right now. We are not doing commissions. I would recommend for all of you newbies who have more questions to check out the Art Hacks playlist. And also we have a lot of videos that are up you can check on. We've talked about everything, where we've traveled and things that we've done and all that kind of stuff. And yes, Solar Falcon says draw everything every day. That is correct. So we will be back on Friday.
So would you guys want me to finish these on Friday?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or work on the larger piece?
Blick says, Donna and Scott, thank you for using our markers on Bristol board today. It's so gratifying to see our brand used to create this quality of work.
Thank you. Thanks for sending them to us.
Yeah, we love those. I know you like trying new things. It kind of gives you a chance to play.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we will be back on Friday, and please finish on Friday. Yes, finish Friday, please.
Okay.
Finish them. Thank you, guys. Larger piece, please. Finish the Spider-Man. All right, so I guess we'll finish the Spider-Man on Friday.
Okay.
We will do those on Friday. We will finish up on Friday, and if you guys have... Well, I know you guys are going to have questions on Friday, but we will see you back here on Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. And thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you all.
And mods, thank you all so much for being here. And thanks for all that you're doing. My God, it was a busy day today. And we love you so very much. And we thank you for everything. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one.
Bye.